So our first unit, okay, this is chemical technology, don't worry. Our first unit basically concentrates on agitation and mixing. Now before that, whenever we start a syllabus, it is my usual practice to inform you why you should study this subject. Okay, now we'll put a question to, as previously I put a question, now also I am raising the same question, why we should read this subject. Now you know everything, but still we are novice, so hence I will cover from the basics. For example, if you see this process, I will be concentrating only on this point. So here he said the liquid phase reaction. So here one type of reaction will take place. What is the reaction, sir? A liquid will be there and a gas will be present. A gas is called as ammonia and the liquid is called as a dilute or solution of nitric acid. It can be 55%, 95%, 65%, whatever is it. But the presence of solvent is a must. Solvent here is water. Now what is the role of a solvent? Yes, a solvent is a material which can absorb two chemicals. First one is what? Ammonia, sorry, nitric acid can form, it can absorb, then it can also absorb ammonia. So hence in the liquid phase the reaction takes place. So let us consider this is our first concept to understand what is agitation, what is mixing, and what is the agitation vessel, or what is a reactor, or what is a process vessel. These many points are there for it. So here our basic reaction is what, sir? Ammonia reacts with nitric acid to form ammonium nitrate. Now what is the purpose of, now basically how to start a reactor? We will close the bottom wall of the reactor. First point is the operator will have a checklist, batch it we call it as. He will see what is the cleanliness of the reactor is clean or not, he will see. Means what? After the batch processing is over, cleaning of reactor is very important. What is the meaning of cleaning, sir? Yes, any traces of the product is formed, that will be sent back to the same process, same batch. If not, the yield of the batch decreases. So now first question is check the cleanliness of the reactor in the batch sheet. The second one is close the bottom wall. So before we start processing, immediately the operator goes to the bottom of the reactor and then he closes the bottom wall of the reactor. Now he will transferring the solvent, the solution. That is 55%, let us one example, 55% of nitric acid is going to use it. So he will fill the reactor by means of a rotameter. He will start the pump and then he will quantity, how much amount is required, he will fill it. Now immediately after filling it, his role is to start the agitator. Now we use our term called as agitation. What is agitation, Anna? Agitation refers to the induced motion of a liquid in a particular way, in majority of the cases in a circular pattern in a container. Simple language. So what is this? This is the definition of agitation. This will come with a bit question. What is agitation, Anna? Agitation refers to the induced motion. Manam motion istunnam. Deniki istunnaru? Liquid ki istunnam. So the liquid is transferred into this reactor, and once you start the agitator, what will happen? A liquid papam kadalakunda chakkaga కూర్చుంది అది. ఆ liquid ని నువ్వు కదుపుతున్నావు ఇప్పుడు. ఎలా కదుపుతున్నావు? Because of your agitator. So because of the agitator, it starts inducing the motion. నువ్వు మోషన్ దానికి సమర్పిస్తున్నావు and then the liquid starts moving in a particular fashion. ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఫ్యాషన్లో మూవ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. దాని ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు మూవ్ అవ్వదు. Majority of the cases circular in a container. So where it is the agitation will take place, definitely we should have a container. Then only we have a concept of a reactor. So this is the meaning of agitation. Agitation refers to induced motion of a material in a specific pattern, preferably circular pattern, in a container. Ante, finish. This is 2 marks question. Now what is mixing then? Mixing ante is mixing of two materials which are as individual identities before the mix. After the mix is over, it can be called as a homogeneous material or a mixed material. Now, what is a homogeneous material? If you take n number of spot samples, all the readings are same. Suppose if you take mixed product, then there will be some minor variations there in the results. So liquids తీసుకుంటే mixing is perfect if they are immiscible. No, they are miscible. So when they are miscible, you will have a perfect mix is there. Whereas mixing of free flowing solids rarely goes to completion. కొంచెం వ్యత్యాసం ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. That activity is called as mixing. ఇది కూడా 2 మార్కుల క్వశ్చన్. So now what is the role here? Yes, we will start the agitator. So when you start the agitator, what will happen? Slowly the region around the agitator or the impeller. ఇప్పుడు agitation system తీసుకుంటే మనకి ఏముంటుందన్న? We will have a shaft. At the bottom end of the shaft we have an impeller. So impeller is very important. అంటే which type of circulatory patterns have to be created, motions ఎలా ఉండాలి, ఎలా తిరగాలి లిక్విడ్, ఎంతసేపు తిరగాలి, ఒక స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది, ఇవంతా డిసైడ్ చేసేది ఇంపెల్లర్ అన్నమాట. సో ఇంపెల్లర్ designing of the impeller is also very important because it depends upon types of flow currents which are to be created inside the system. First point. Second one is what? The properties of the materials in which the mixing will takes place. That is very important. So now what we will do? We'll start the agitator. So initially the liquid is at rest. So as the impeller is moving, it impedes its motion to other parts because of the momentum transfer. Simple language. And then what will happen? Initially the region around the impeller will move. Then after certain time, the momentum will be transferred to all parts of the liquid, bulk of the liquid. And after certain time, we find that the entire liquid starts moving. Then now what will happen? So now since the liquid is moving, what is the purpose for us to move this liquid? Another malunko point. Because if you see a reactor will have a diplex. What is the diplex, Nana? It is a provision by which we can send materials into the reactor. అంటే రియాక్టర్ లోకి మన మెటీరియల్స్ పంపించాలంటే డిప్లెక్ ద్వారానే పంపించాలి. As long as the materials which are processed, they are harmless. For example, addition of salt to water ఉన్నారనుకోండి, no problem. మన manual open చేసి కూడా salt సంచులు లోపల వేసేయచ్చు, no problem. But suppose if you are adding some ammonia gas into sulfuric acid, then of course definitely, because sulfuric acid fumes are created, so manhole open cheste operator will be affected with it. And suppose if you are pumping ammonia gas, if the ammonia gas is not dissolving properly, it will come out, then there will be some loss of material will be there. At the same case, it is a hazardous thing. Appudu we are supposed to close the manhole. Suppose if you are in a pesticide industries, so all the pesticides are poisonous chemicals, so much care has to be taken for the movement of it. Reaction. As the reaction takes place, we have to give a lot of precautions. So a diplex is a pipeline basically, or it can be called as a provision by which we can send raw materials into the system, to the reactor. So now, as I said, once we fill the reactor with the nitric acid, we will be starting the agitator. చక్కగా agitator rotate అవుతుంటుంది, మొత్తం లిక్విడ్ అంతా మూవ్ అవుతుంటుంది. అప్పుడు what will happen, sir, here? Yes, diplex, we will start pumping ammonia through the diplex పైనుంచి. So diplex లోంచి బయటకు వచ్చేస్తుంది. Then what will happen? As soon as the gas comes out from the diplex, where it will go? It will go to the liquid which is just adjacent to the diplex. So ఆ జోన్లో ఏముంటుందన్న, if you say interface 2 film theory ప్రకారం చూసుకుంటే, the concentration of the ammonia in the liquid phase is 0. The concentration of ammonia in the gaseous phase is highest. So because of this concentration gradient, plus the one more thing, the ammonia gas is highly soluble in water. Water ekkada undi nana? Yes, we have using 50%, 55% of nitric acid. For rest 45% is water. So immediately the ammonia gas will go to the liquid phase. So now the region around the diplex will become a highest concentration of ammonia. ఎందుకంటే ammonia dissolve అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి. సో దాన్ని మళ్ళీ నువ్వు క్లీన్ చేయాలి, దాన్ని పక్క పంపించాలి. బాబు నువ్వు జరగనా అన్న, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకోటి రావాలి, ఎందుకంటే మళ్ళీ ఇంకో గ్యాస్ వస్తుందని. సో హూ ఇస్ డూయింగ్ దిస్? అజిటేషన్ టేక్స్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ సచ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్. సో కంటిన్యూస్గా లిక్విడ్ వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటుంది డిప్లెక్ నుంచి, డిప్లెక్ దగ్గరికి కంటిన్యూస్గా వస్తూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఎస్, వీఆర్ పంపింగ్ ద అమోనియా గ్యాస్ త్రూ ద డిప్లెక్. సో వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్? ద డిప్లెక్ from the, as the bubbles come out from the diplex orifice plate nunchi, it will dissolve. Okay, now this story is successful. ఎప్పటిదాకా పంపిస్తావు అమోనియా గ్యాస్? రోజంతా పంపిస్తావా? రోజంతా పంపిస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? Yes, nothing will happen. Once the reaction is over, what will happen? The solubility of ammonia has become saturated. In that case, what will happen? Even if you pump ammonia gas also, nothing will go inside. It will be coming out from the top of the liquid surface. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? The reactor will be pressurized. Accident అయిపోతుంది, finish. This is how the malfunctioning of the reactor, ఎవడు ఆపరేటర్ వల్ల సరిగా పనిచేయకపోతే రియాక్టర్ ఎక్స్ప్లోడ్ అవుతుంది. అంతే తప్ప రియాక్టర్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఆపరేషన్ అవుతుంది. రిమెంబర్ యూరియా వేర్ at what temperature is taking place? Ammonia at what temperature is taking place? Sorry, Haber's process, ammonia at what temperature takes place? Ammonia is highly demandable thing because of urea. So we will stop the manufacturing of urea, or it's very dangerous. No. So process is designed. Process is a fantastic process which will incorporate all the design characters into it, safety characters element into it. But we operators should function it, operate successfully. That is important. So once the pumping of ammonia is started, then what will happen? We will be, what we can do? We can take, after a certain amount of time, we take the sample and then send it to the QCD. In the QCD, what he will do? He will be analyzing three types of things. Four things he can do. The second one is the presence of the nitric acid into it, and the next one is presence of water in it, and the presence of ammonium nitrate. ఏదైనా ఒక పారామీటర్ నోట్ టెస్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. First one is what? The presence of water. Initially, what will be the water concentration? Highest, 45% ఉంటుంది. But as reaction takes place, what will happen? Some amount of the water. Water is a solvent, no problem. What is a solvent? But there will be something is there, because initially water pH అంటున్నానా, it is less than 7 ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకు? దాంట్లో ఏముంది? నైట్రిక్ యాసిడ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి. So you add water, you prepare a solution first. 45 kgs of water and 55 kgs of pure nitric acid. కలిపేసండి, రెండు కలిపేసేయండి. pH meter పెట్టండి. Then you know what is the pH of it. You know definitely it is less than 7. So now if you want to bring the pH to 7, what you should do? You should remove the nitric acid by some method. How to remove it? Add ammonia. Because you studied already, in a reaction, as the reaction takes place, the concentration of reacting species decreases with respect to time. So you send ammonia, what will happen? If you keep a pH meter, so అందుకని చెప్తా, the end of the reaction can be predicted by pH. If you insert a pH meter, the pH is less than 7. When you pump ammonia, మెల్లగా పెరుగుకుంటూ వస్తుంది. It will be coming to 7. So once it comes to 7, the reaction is over, because the entire nitric acid is neutralized by means of ammonia. Or you do the analysis for nitric acid. Test చేయండి. What is the normality of the normality of ammonia nitric acid? Initially it will be highest, but once the reaction is over, it will be lowest. Similarly, ammonium nitrate, initially 0 concentration, but afterwards you will have maximum concentration. ఎంత maximum రావాలో చెప్పేస్తాడు. So he will be deciding, he will be analyzing any one of the component in the QCD, and then he will be telling us, yes, stop the reaction, yes, finish. After stopping the reaction, is the first step. You will stop the agitator first and allow the liquid to settle. Then you open the bottom wall, it will be transferred. Finish, end of story. So this is, now suppose, remember, if agitation is not there, what will happen? You have filled the liquid and then you are pumping ammonia gas. So ammonia gas comes out. Initially the place whichever is there, that will be dissolved high amount, and then the concentration of ammonia increases. Then any amount of the liquid going out from that vicinity is because of the convection, nothing else. ఒక నీళ్ళు వెళ్తే అక్కడ ఫ్రెష్ వాటర్ వస్తుంది, లేకపోతే వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్, అమోనియా గోస్ ఫ్రమ్ ది టాప్, ఫినిష్. So this is not reaction. No? So our agitation system enhances the performance of a reactor. That is the use of it. Then once the reaction is over, we know what to do next one. Then here we have one more example. Pug mill అంటున్నాడు. Pug mill ఏం చేస్తున్నాం నాన్న? Yes, we are having concentrated ammonium nitrate is obtained, and in that we are adding one solid. Now I will not take names. Solid యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. దేంట్లో యాడ్ చేస్తున్నారు? ఈ కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్ సాలిడ్స్ లో యు ఆర్ యాడింగ్ ఇట్, అండ్ వన్ మోర్ సాలిడ్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యాడ్. సో యు ఆర్ మిక్సింగ్ దెమ్. ఓకే, సో హియర్ యూ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మిక్సర్. ఏం చెప్పాను నేను? ద అజిటేషన్ సిస్టమ్ వీ డిజైన్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఏ మేనర్ దట్ వీ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద డైనమిక్స్ ఆఫ్ ది mixing. What type of materials you are going to use? Liquids are discontinuous solids are. So here you have a pulverized lime which is a discontinuous solid. Powder central kabatti. So here you have a powder, and here you have one thing, and then they all are mixed thoroughly. So by the time they comes out from, so here different type of impellers are used, and by the time they come out, what will happen? You should see that all the three are present uniformly distributed in the given sample. If it is possible, if it is attained, then we say the mixture is functioning satisfactorily, or standard deviation is 0, or it is an excellent mixture. So this is one of the application of the free flowing solids. Here also agitation plays a vital role. But what type of impeller is used in the liquid phase reactor and what type of impeller is used in the pug mill is totally different. It's all depends upon the materials which we require for mixing. That is important. Then let us consider one more example. Yes, here again solids are obtained. So excess amount of nitric acid if you are going to use, again you are going to use a gas. So now how many are going? Gas is going, solid is going, and more amount of solid is going. And remember, the length depends upon the conversion. We give enough time for it. So by the time it moves from this point to this point, the salt is formed, and then it is taken out. So here different type of impeller, because the nature of the metals are important. This is one more example where the brine solution is obtained. So here you are going to add Na2CO3. You know very well. Don't go for the technology. So here you are adding a solid to a liquid, and then after reaction is over, solids are formed. So the solids are to be settled. So hence, initially when the water liquid is added, so we'll start the agitator, and then what will happen? We will be adding the salt, Na2CO3. So once you add Na2CO3, what will happen? Yes, the reaction takes place, and then the ppm will be, the ppm which is present in the liquid, that will be decreased by precipitation of salts. And these salts, now when they are formed, where they are formed? They are formed at all the places of the corner of the container. So now once you stop the agitator, what will happen? Then all the solids will settle to the bottom of the container, and then the sludge, that is some amount of the liquid plus this will be taken out. So agitation whichever is present here, it should be useful in not only dissolving the Na2CO3 in the brine solution, at the same time it may be having an additional provision to push the materials downwards to increase the concentration of the sludge. So this is one type of problem which is dictated. Whereas on the vice versa, if you take the salt saturated, no such kind of things are there. So here we are going to maintain two liquids. We are going to mix two liquids and then send them out. So depending upon our nature of the material, nature of the problem, we have different types of agitation system. Let us conclude the last fastly. This is the most beautiful flow sheet which I use so many times even in chemical technology 3 also. Nitrogenation of vegetable oils. Here please remember, in this flow sheet there are some resistances are explained in the May Jinjing problems. Don't forget that. If you remember them, it will be easy for you in mass transfer and CRE in chemical technology 3 also. So I will use this flow sheet at 3 or 4 times in our chemical technology 3. Okay, leave it. What is this exactly? This is called as hydrogenation of vegetable oil. So we put a fat or oil here and then we melt it. And then what we do is we now send hydrogen. No, we not send hydrogen, but we will be adding our catalyst called as Raney nickel. Finely divided activated nickel is called as Raney nickel, whose surface area is very high, which can do the work of hydrogenation properly. So first what we do is we try to fill this reactor with the fat or the oil and close the bottom wall and then start the steam, and then what will happen, we will try to melt it, and now I will add the Raney nickel to it, and then I will mix it in such a manner that the Raney nickel is suspended in the entire phase. But how to rise it, that is important. So I use hydrogen now. So when I pump hydrogen from the distributor plate, what will happen, the bubbles of hydrogen will be coming out and they start moving in the upward direction. And these bubbles are to be distributed inside the bulk of the liquid phase. So if you see the top view of this, you will be seeing the bubbles are also coming out, Raney nickel is present, and in which phase they are present? They are present in the liquid phase of the oil. So our prime aim is here to suspend the catalyst. A catalyst should go to the all parts of the container in a uniform pattern so that we enhance the performance of the reactor. See, basically, how to find the time taken for a given reaction, that is important. So what we do is we take a conical flask, add 10 ml of the raw material A, add 10 or the other quantity is add to it, and then mix it properly and give the sample to the QCD. So after certain time you will say yes, the batch is processed. So that time is from chemistry point of view. How much amount of time it is taken for a reaction to complete is dictated by it. But in reality, when you come back to the production block, you will be dealing with the tons of materials. So even you are supposed to concentrate on the mechanical aspect of the reaction also. Because of it, if you remember in our problems we have done, time taken for the neutralization. What is the time exactly? That is mechanical time he is saying about. So first step is what? You prepare the reaction for the process. So you'll be putting the oil and then apply the steam and then you melt it. What will happen? The viscosity decreases. When the viscosity decreases, what will happen? We can disperse the Raney nickel perfectly into the liquid phase. The Raney nickel has to be dispersed perfectly at all parts of the liquid. Once you ensure this, then you can also send additional hydrogen gas. So when you send hydrogen gas, what will happen? The agitator has a greater role. The hydrogen has to be again dispersed in all parts of the container. And hydrogen is a gas, so hence it rises from the top. So hence when it is rising, what will happen? When it goes to a place where 3 persons are there. Who are the 3 persons? The Raney nickel is present, oil is already present, and then hydrogen is present. So now we have a resistance to the reaction. What is the resistance to the reaction? Yes, on the surface area of the Raney nickel, the oil should come to the bulk, from the bulk of the gaseous phase to the surface area. And at that surface area, automatically our hydrogen will come from the bulk of the gaseous phase to that particular point. Then they will collide according to the collation theory, and if the collation is effective, the molecule will be hydrogenated and then it should deadsorb from the surface area. So this many things should take place inside the reaction. For this purpose, you can imagine what is the role of the agitator. Agitator is a non-living thing, but we design in such a manner that it creates this many currents which enhances the performance of the reaction. So that is the designing pattern of the impeller. What type of impellers you are keeping, so that the flow currents will be generated, and because of the flow currents, what is happening, sir? The mixing is taking place perfectly. Reaction takes place perfectly. And once the reaction is over, what will happen, sir? We'll stop the agitator, and again from the bottom, what will happen? The feed will come, and remember, this is called as plate and frame filter press. In the theory, you see, this is the plate and frame filter press, where the Raney nickel will be separated, and then the hydrogenated fat goes out from the system. So dear children, please study this concept very well to understand the basics of mass transfer and chemical reaction engineering. We will be having a lot of discussion on this particular point in chemical reaction 3 also. Sorry, chemical technology 3 also. So now with this assumption, with this knowledge, let us see why we have now we have come to conclusion that why we are supposed to read agitation and mixing. So as I said, agitation refers to induced motion of a material in a specified way. ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు తిప్పడం కాదు. We are supposed to rotate in such a pattern that the time taken for the reaction is lowest. That is our aim. So that we can increase, we can process more amount of the batches. As we process more amount of the batches, we can produce more amount of product, and thus our productivity increases. So our company will be a rich company. Specified way, usually in the circulatory pattern. In where? In some sort of a container. Without that container, what is a reactor basically? A reactor, if you ask the operator, they will say a reactor is the one which holds the reactant during the reaction. Finish. What a beautiful statement. A 10th class fellow vision in the chemical industry, they will give the definition of it. What is a reactor? Reactor is nothing but a place where we hold the reactants during the reaction. After the reaction is over, we have to send the reactant from the system. So in the container, we are supposed to hold them, and then we should induce the motion to it, and then such that the flow currents which are generated, they will be in such a manner that the time taken for the reaction is suppressed. That is our ultimate aim. And next one is what is mixing? Mixing is the random distribution. We are not purposefully distributing it. Because initially, when you are pumping ammonia to water, what is the concentration of ammonia in the water? 0. And then we will be opening the valve. Ammonia will be coming out from the distributor plate. And then it goes. And then it comes out. It dissolves in the water. Thus the concentration increases. Thus it gives the formation of ammonium hydroxide. Mixing is a random distribution into or through one another. అంటే ఒక దాంట్లోంచి ఒకటి అన్నమాట. So if you see that example in the pug mill, what we are adding lime, we are adding ammonium nitrate, we are adding the big crystals also we are going to add. 3 chemicals are added to it. So how we are adding it? So first step is what? You should know what is the property of the product. అంటే ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్ లో బయటకు వచ్చిన దాంట్లో నీకు ఎంత శాతం, ఎగ్జాంపుల్ Yeah, here take the pug mill. What is the basically what are the chemicals which are added to it? We are adding the pulverized lime to it. We are adding ammonium nitrate to it, and we are adding one more ingredient to it. What are the salts which are present here? The bigger size of particles or small size is added to it. So basically, this line is important for us to design this process. This line is important. What is this line? This line is the outlet. This is the product. So the consumer or the design engineer will dictate, yes, the percentage in this will be 70% of ammonium nitrate and 25% of lime, and the remaining part 5 are the inerts. Whatever you take some example. Third component I am introducing. It is not there here, but I am introducing. So based on that, we will fix the flow rates. And now comes the question of designing of your equipment. So remember, this product variations or constituents are known to us. I should know this. For with this, by means of metal balance, I will fix all the flow rates of this mass flow rates. And now there comes the question of the agitation system. What type of agitation is needed? What type of flow currents are needed? What is the mechanism is needed for it, so that within a short span of time, consuming less amount of power, less amount of space, I can attain to this value, this line. That should be the important. So that is how the mixing should take place. So what is happening here? Here you have the major percentage is ammonium nitrate. So in the ammonium nitrate, it should incorporate. దాని లోపలికి తీసుకోవాలి. ఏం తీసుకోవాలి నాన్న? Pulverized lime తీసుకోవాలి and other compound తీసుకోవాలి. And at the same time, lime surface పైన ammonium nitrate ఉండాలి and even this one. So this action is called as mixing. This action is called as mixing. So these are the bit questions. Then mixing is random distribution into or through one another of two or more initially separate phases. Initially avani separate phase. Lime is a separate phase. Ammonium nitrate is a separate phase. The other inerts is a separate phase. Kani they will be mixed together. A single homogeneous material such as a tank full of cold water can be agitated, but it cannot be mixed until some other material such as something. So mixing, when we say mixing, we should have one more component into it. That's the meaning. So these are two bit questions: agitation and mixing. Then let us go for the next important concept. This diagram. Next question is draw a neat diagram of the agitation vessel. This is a reactor. So, but yeah. So this is the question will be like this: draw a neat diagram of agitation process vessel with all the parts and then the ratios. So you know very well the ratio of dt by dh is equal to 1. All those ratios which we are going to, which we have already seen, but we are going to see now that we are supposed to maintain it properly, perfectly. So if you see this diagram, what is this diagram? So this, I'll start the items of the motor, speed reducer, liquid surface, thermowell, impeller, shaft, drain valve, baffle, jacket, and diplet. So this many parts are constituting your total agitation system, which may be having a process, which are present inside the process vessel. So here this vessel is used for what purpose? For the mixing of liquids or for the reactions, whatever it is. Let us take a small example. Ammonia is dissolved in water. For this purpose, you are going to use it. So as I said, first point is what? Check the cleanliness of the reactor, close the bottom valve, and then you start pumping the water through the dip plug. What is the dip plug, sir? Dip plug is a provision through which we add raw materials to the reaction system. So with the help of your pump, start the pump, and you have a rotameter, and you know you are supposed to fill 1000 liters of water into this. So what will happen? Adjust the flow rate, 1000 liters per minute, or 500 liters in 2 minutes, or 250 liters in 4 minutes. The ratings are there in the rotameter. You keep your float in such a manner that you will be sending, because we cannot sit there and take a measuring jar and then put the water into it. So that is the significance of rotameter. So adjust the float at a particular value, and then you calculate the time. The water will be entered, and then close the pump. Stop the pump. Then you have charged the stipulated amount of water into the reactor. Now immediately what you should do? You should start the agitator. So once you start the agitator, what will happen? Agitator induces the motion in a particular fashion, preferably circulatory pattern, in that particular container. So initially the liquid will rest, and because of the momentum transfer, within a short span of time, you are able to generate the motion inside the liquid, and all the liquid will start agitating, which are present in the form of the layers. So now next step is what? You are supposed to pump ammonia. How to pump ammonia? In the same dip plug, we change the, because we have so many connections to it, we close the valve and then open the valve for ammonia, and again ammonia is coming by means of what? Rotameter. So adjust the flow rate. Now remember, don't adjust high values for this, because you know the solubility of the gas is very important. If the solubility of a gas in a liquid is very high, you can pump more amount of the gas, provided you will be giving brine solution to the jacket. So a reactor should have a provision for the jacket. So this is the jacket. So what is the jacket, sir? Here it is a provision provided by us for the reactions to take place at an elevated temperatures or at a lower temperatures, or keeping temperature constant. For example, for an exothermic reaction, you will be sending chilled water to the jacket to extract the heat as the reaction takes place. For endothermic reactions, you will be sending steam through the jacket for the reaction to take place. Means what? you should understand the dynamics of the reaction perfectly to design an agitation system. Then what will happen? You send the chilled water. Now, why you are sending chilled water? You know, according to the thermodynamics of first law, whenever the work is done in a system, system temperature increases. So continuously when you are pumping a gas through a water, what will happen? A stage will come that the temperature of the gas increases. And you know very well, when the temperature of the gas, liquid increases, what will happen? The solubility of a gas in the liquid decreases. So counterattack this, what you should do? You should send chilled water to the brain. So you maintain the temperature of the reactor at a low temperature. So room temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. Maintain at 20 degrees centigrade. And now you send ammonia. So when you are sending ammonia, I am talking about this point now. At this point, as soon as the ammonia comes out from the distributor plate through the orifice hole, what will happen? The bubbles will be emanating or issued from the orifice and they enter the bulk of the liquid. The concentration of the ammonia in the bulk of the liquid is 0 initially. Because of it, immediately the bubbles will dissolve into the liquid. And imagine if agitation is not there, what will happen? The zone which is surrounding the diplet will be having high concentration of ammonia, and when the concentration of ammonia increases according to the two film theory, the concentration difference will become 0 and mass transfer will not take place. So hence, immediately remove sweep the area. Who is sweeping? The impeller will be sweeping. So impeller sweeps the area and brings fresh liquid continuously to the vicinity of the diplet where the issue of bubbles is coming continuously. So thus mechanically we enhance the reaction to take place. We are providing fresh liquid near the surface area, near the diplet. What is the purpose? The purpose is we have to dissolve ammonia. Why we should dissolve ammonia? Because our aim is to manufacture ammonium hydroxide. Thus, as ammonia is dissolving, what will happen? Now this agitation maintains uniform concentration, remember this. So once we know how much amount of ammonia has to be pumped, then what will happen? You will be stopping the process. But how to monitor this? That is one more important thing. So here you are going to introduce a thermowell. So what is a thermowell? Thermowell is nothing but a pipeline, cylindrical pipeline inside to the system, and inside in the liquid, the same processing vessel liquid you are going to pour it here, and then you are going to keep a thermocouple. What is a thermocouple? It is a tool by which we can measure the temperature digitally. So as you are pumping ammonia, so operator cannot see anything. You will be seeing only one thing which is available to him is the digital thermometer. And we have already said that the temperature has to be kept at 20 degrees centigrade. Now imagine if the temperature is increasing 30, 35, 40, what is the meaning of it? Your agitation system has failed. Why? Because we are not able to bring fresh liquid in concentration near to the diplet. If agitation is stopped, remember, somebody has switched off. What will happen? You are pumping ammonia. What will happen? The temperature at that particular point, local hotspot will increase. The temperature will increase. Or you can find one more thing. The pressure indicator, if it is kept on the reactor, that will also increase. Why? Because the ammonia gas should present in the liquid, but if the agitator is not functioning, what will happen? In this particular zone, the concentration of ammonia is high, and then the ammonia slowly comes out from the top, and here it will be pressurized. So that is the important factor. So now what is the role of this jacket? Yes, I am going to sell the chilled water to it. So remember one more thing, if chilled water is not sent to the jacket, what will happen? Temperature will be increasing according to the first law of thermodynamics as you are pumping the gas. And when the gas temperature increases, when the temperature of the liquid increases, what will happen? The solubility of gas in the liquid decreases. It will not accommodate the ammonia. Ammonia is kicked out from the, and it will above the liquid surface in this particular chest, ammonia gas will be present, and thus the reactor will be pressurized. So to operate the system successfully, a batch sheet is given to you, and a sequential manner we have to follow each and every step. If we follow each and every step, the process will be under control and there will not be any amount of actions will be present. Now what is the speed reducer, sir? It is a gearbox, as I said, because all the electric motors will be rotating at 1400 RPM. So if you directly give the torque to the shaft, what will happen? The liquid will be moving with a high force, high circulatory force because of centrifugation, and all the liquid goes away from the center. We don't want such kind of things. As I said that when the reaction takes place, how the reaction takes place, how to reduce the time of the reaction, even the flow patterns are also be perfectly calculated or estimated by the designing engineer. And how does he do it? By changing various types of the impellers and calculating the amount of time required for the given reaction. At what particular point the amount of time required will be less, that type of impeller we are supposed to do it. Means what? How many experiments we have to conduct to bring a process to a system. So now we know what is the deflect, what is the purpose of jacket, you know. Baffles temporarily I will hold. You know why I am holding it. Drain valve we know, impeller we know, shaft we know, thermovalve we know, liquid surface, because I will explain you the concept of baffles after the low flow currents. So now you draw this diagram perfectly. What are the questions are? Draw a neat diagram of agitation process vessel with all the parts, comma, with ratios. So ratios are there. Where the ratios are present, ratios will come after certain time. So these are the, one second, these are the ratios I will show it to you. These are the ratios. This is the ratios. So if you draw these two things, you will be attempting one full question. Remember this. Now, one more big question. What is the significance? Again, the same question. What is the significance of the agitation vessel? There are 4 points are there, which are there in our syllabus. Let us see those 4 points before we wind up this class. These points. Purpose of agitation. First one is suspending of solid particles. Take the example of hydrogen vegetable oil. Oil, fat we have taken, oil we have taken, heat it, not sufficient. Then you add Raney nickel. So this Raney nickel has to be perfectly suspended. అంటే ఆ వాల్యూమ్లో మొత్తంలో కూడా ఈ క్యాటలిస్ట్ అనేది సస్పెండ్ చేయాలి. సస్పెండ్ చేస్తే వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ ఎట్ ఎవ్రీ పార్ట్ యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ సమ్, at every part you will have that raw material and then the Raney nickel. Suppose if a particular point is there where Raney nickel is not there, what will happen? At that particular point reaction will not take place. And what will happen? Your product is not uniform. Ante. So first step is what? The agitation vessel should be designed in such a manner that we are supposed to suspend the solid particles in a liquid, in a given system, especially for liquid catalytic reaction systems. And the gas liquid catalytic reaction systems is very dangerous. Again, problematic things. Then the second one is what? Blending of miscible liquid. Yes, it's very easy. But suppose if a process says add 50% of sulfuric acid, no కూర్చొని కలుపుతాము మనము for a reaction. So there also we require the agitation system. Ante what? For example, you have a glass, you add some concentrated sulfuric acid, add water to it. Ante kalapakunda unte emotundana? It takes some amount of time for mixing to take place. So though the process is a favorable process, aina kani we are supposed to reduce the temperature of it. Sorry, time of it. Because our ultimate aim is to produce more. So our productivity increases. Anducheta, in the same reactor, you add sulfuric acid, then you start the agitator, then you pour water to it. Nana, ఇంకొకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, సల్ఫ్యూరిక్ యాసిడ్లో వాటర్ పోయాలా, వాటర్లో సల్ఫ్యూరిక్ యాసిడ్ పోయాలా అనేటువంటిది కూడా మన సిఆర్ఈలో నేర్చుకుంటాం. We can't simply add it. We should know thoroughly the nature of the materials. దేంట్లో ఏది కలపాలి, that is important. So for blending of liquids, we are going to use this. Then the second one is dispersing a gas through a liquid in the form of the small bubbles. Yes, the gas is not dissolving in the water. First point. For example, we take aquarium. What is the purpose of aquarium? Main thing is increasing the dissolved oxygen content of the water. And aquarium lo we pump water, pump air, and we know that air is sparingly soluble in water, but still we are going to maintain the concentration of DO. So for that purpose we are going to use this. That is one example. Suppose you take polymeric reactions, emulsion polymerizations, thermocol ela manufacture chestarnanna, how to manufacture materials density is very less. These are the mechanisms. So the catalyst suspend kaakunda gaani we are supposed to disperse this gas in a liquid for various purpose, for creating upward currents, whatever is it. So your agitation system, a gas is sent from the distributor plate, gas bubbles are coming out. So the impeller has to divide the gas into a number of small bubbles and then make them to come from the liquid from all parts. పైనుంచి చూస్తే యూనిఫామ్ గా గ్యాస్ రావాలి. ఎవరు చేస్తాడు ఇది? Agitator does this. Dispersing a second liquid immiscible with the first one to form an emulsion or suspension fine droplets. Inorganic phase, organic phase, reactions are taking place. So how do we say that? How do we say that reaction? I said it so many times, during the reaction is taking place, after the reaction is over, you will have two phases, organic phase and inorganic phase. Then how to separate them? You start the process. You give time for settling. They will separate into two fractions. మన దగ్గర అంత టైం ఉందా? So go for decantation. We have seen a tubular disc centrifuge, then you can use it. So if the material itself is organic, inorganic, then definitely they will not mix. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? You see that they disintegrate and they try to mix in the lowest concentrations. So that you take a number of samples, కొంచెమన్నా ఇవి రెండు 20%, 80%, 40%, 60%, 30%, 70%, 50% అంటే excellent mixing అన్నమాట. Then last one, promoting heat transfer. The mass transfer is compulsory అనుకోండి. So unless and until the agitation ఇక్కడ చూస్తుంది, unless and until the liquid is present here. So for example, ఇది exothermic reaction అనుకోండి, heat is liberated. ఎక్కడ heat liberate అవుతుంది? ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడ heat వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే ammonia is added to water. So as soon as it is added, ఈ ప్రాంతంలో వస్తుంది. So దీన్ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేశారని, దీన్ని కొట్టారనుకోండి, it will move it. So uniformly the temperature will be maintained inside the system. And when this is maintained, what will happen? ఇక్కడ జాకెట్లో చిల్ వాటర్ పెట్టాం కదా, uniform heat transfer will be there. So to maintain uniform heat transfer, the agitator, ఇన్ని విధాలుగా మనకి agitation కనుకొస్తుంది.